Da-da-da-da. This is our virtual adult beverages.
Yeah.
This is 6 degrees of separation.
So, I'm excited about today.
So,
because we're doing something.
Oh, yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah. As I say, we're doing something that I don't think we've ever done before. And this is drinking something that one of us made. I would like to say that this does... When you first handed this to me, I thought it was urine. And I'm still not entirely convinced it's not. Because Tina messaged me and was like, "Oh, you should have seen your face when Roland handed that to you." And she was like, "Don't worry, he wouldn't give you pee." She was like, "I might, but he wouldn't." And then I was like, "Oh, okay."
And if I was going to pull a prank like that, you know, I'd have some opportunity where we could like record you. Oh wait.
Can we mention the Can we mention the time that you guys pulled the prank on me when I came to pick up the dog?
Yes, I think I remember that prank.
I was gonna say, like, do you know what I'm referring to? Because we put it in an episode and then we took the episode down because we deemed it wasn't appropriate. But I don't know if we can like talk about it and then not like show it.
So we certainly can.
So for anybody who's wondering, Tina and Roland graciously used to dog sit for me during the day, and one day I came in to pick up the dog, and it was weird because like your door is always, for the most part, your door is always unlocked. So I would just come in, but that day the door was locked and I had a key, and I was like, well, that's weird. Like it was later in the evening. It was probably no, it had to be late because the kids weren't up. And I came in and you guys were just on your couch naked and like very tactfully covered. Like I think there was like strategically placed pillows, but you guys are definitely like nude under there. And I was like, and you guys did it as a joke to like, and you recorded me. We're gonna put it in an episode. And my first reaction was like, what the fuck? Like, what did I walk into? And so this could be one of those things. I will say this: if you did decide to give me urine, just to see my reaction, urine's at least sterile. So there's that, and that's also part of the reason I was like, you know what? Let's do this before we film any other beer videos, because if it is urine, I want to like wash that taste out.
Okay, so let me tell you the story of this. I was scrolling through my phone and I saw this advertisement for a product called Brewsy. And what Brewsy does is they send you a little box that has some air stoppers and some packets of yeast. And you can go and buy any type of fruit juice you want as long as it doesn't have preservatives in it. And you put the air stopper in, you add some sugar, and you add this yeast. For 3 days it'll ferment. And then you leave it in your fridge for 2 days. And then you have alcoholic beverage. And it's really quite unique, because I mean, I've done some home brewing before. I've made my own beer and stuff like that, and it's been an interesting experiment. The whole point with this is it strips it down to its most super simple thing of like, you add this packet of yeast, which I think is a champagne yeast with like macronutrients and everything like that mixed into it, and then you just have this big gallon thing of apple juice I used, bubbling away on your sideboard for 3 days. Then you put it in the fridge, and it's, well, you can tell me what it tastes like. I don't think it's like necessarily something that you would drink all of the time, but as an experiment, it's quite interesting.
Have you drank it? Have you had your own before?
Yes.
Like, have you've already tasted that? Okay.
I take it we're not talking about urine now.
Right. I will say this. So unexpectedly, so it like when I twisted the cap off, it made like a sound. So I guess there's some carbonation in there, I would assume.
Yes, there is. So
it smells nice.
That's good. And then
I'm really trying to discern if it's piss or not. If it is piss, you definitely need to go see a urologist immediately. But No, it's very sweet. This was a cider.
Yes, so this is a cider, except I think it's basically like apple wine more than cider because you're using a champagne yeast. So it's about 15% alcohol by volume. Which is, I mean, that's, like 3 times more than cider.
Yeah, it definitely, it's very sweet. I don't know, have you given any to Mark? Because Mark is definitely the more, like, cider person out of all of us. The most cidery out of all of us.
The most cidery, I like that. It's, so the clever thing is Brewsy tell you, like, you can add different levels of sugar depending on how sweet or dry you want it. So this was kind of like medium dry.
Okay.
But there's an interesting balance because you want it to be as dry as possible, but once the yeast runs out of sugar to eat, they start eating other things which produce nasty tastes. So you kind of have to judge exactly when to do that. So it tends to be on the sweeter side, but I mean, it doesn't look good, but it's drinkable and it's strong. So it's as a science experiment, it's quite fun.
I'll say this: genuinely, I was afraid that we were going to drink this on camera and that I was going to have to pretend to like it and be like, this is terrible, like, this is good, like, keep trying. But no, genuinely, like, this was good. I drank a lot of ciders back in, like early September, September. And this is up there. It's definitely like, if you told me that this came from like an actual like cidery, I would believe you.
I think there are some unfiltered ciders that we've had that kind of are on a par with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely drink this. So come October, you're gonna have to make more.
Well, I mean, I've got 2 batches going at the moment, so it's
okay.
So I might by October I might be pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, all right. Well, we're gonna release this before February, so stay tuned. This is our first video of the year, and stay tuned, and we'll see you guys soon.
Sounds good. Cheerio.